Riverview Elementary School Library. Hello, my name is Kathy Rodravich. I am the Library Media Specialist at Riverview Elementary School. I've been in this position for 3 years. Prior to that, I was a high school English teacher for 12 years. In the 3 years that I've held this position, I have learned why it is critical to have a library program that is supportive of all of the learning that is happening in the building, and have worked very hard to fulfill that role. In my presentation today, I would like to review why the library program is critical to our building by setting some groundwork, establishing an understanding of the standards in which all library things are rooted in and how they support student learning, by also reviewing the library curriculum, which is rooted in these standards, explaining how the library supports classroom learning as well as independent reading, and how the library program is connected to the Whole Child, Whole WASA long-term strategic plan. Hopefully, through this presentation, we'll be able to understand why this library program must exist in the school, and it needs to have the support of our board. The library program is grounded in research and standards. One framework with which we work is the National Standards for Learners, School Libraries, and Librarians developed by AASL. As a district department, we have adopted this framework as a guide for everything we do in the library. We focus on the domains of think, create, share, and grow, as well as the key commitments of inquiring, including collaborating, curating, exploring, and engaging with content. This framework is also connected to the Future Ready Librarian Framework, a framework that has been adopted by our district and the library program. Together, we work to make sure that all of our choices in the library are focused on students. We have literacy in mind with everything that we do, and that we are providing curriculum and instructional and assessment support that will help our students excel in the 21st century as productive learners. Furthermore, the Wisconsin Information and Technology Standards are critical to everything that we do. I'd like to share this video about the Information and Technology Literacy Standards because it explains what those standards are, and as I continue in explaining the library curriculum, you will hear a lot of references to these standards.
So do you remember a time when information technology seemed like a totally separate subject from the rest of student learning? How long ago was that? If you think about today's world and the knowledge, skills, and habits that students need to be college and career ready, aren't both information and technology more like windows that every student needs to know how and when to open in order to succeed in almost any field? In designing Wisconsin's standards for information and technology literacy, we knew the focus had to be not on teaching and learning about technology, but teaching and learning with technology. We want students to be able to use tech tools to empower themselves, taking ownership of their learning experiences, making them meaningful and engaging. We also need our next generation to prepare themselves for stuff that doesn't even exist yet. New kinds of career pathways, societal challenges, and lifelong learning. And while they're doing all that, they need to be safe and positive online. All this means knowing how best to use digital tools to seek and find all kinds of information and data, evaluate what they find, and when they find the right information, work with it creatively, effectively, and responsibly. That'll go for any field and any learning process within that field. Our information and technology literacy standards are about making it easier to ensure your students are approaching that vision. The standards build on a framework from ISTE, the International Society for Technology in Education, using the same 7 content strands for what students need to become in a digital age. empowered learners, digital citizens, knowledge constructors, innovative designers, computational thinkers, creative communicators, and global collaborators. All of this addresses the central focus of our Wisconsin Digital Learning Plan. If we can use technology skillfully and equitably in education, empowering our students with information and technology literacy that helps them in every subject, and helps them interact positively with online communities, we really will amplify our next generation's human capacity for meaningful achievements, useful innovations, and extraordinary citizenship. Thanks for being our partner. There's more information at the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction website.
Now that I reviewed the standards, let's talk a little bit about the library curriculum. The library curriculum is really divided into 6 main units. Some of the early units that we discuss every single year focus around library citizenship and library organization. Many people take for granted the fact that learning how books are organized and how to find information that students are looking for, how those are critical skills that students need in order to succeed later on in life. We also dive into digital citizenship and have many discussions about what is proper use of the internet and technology tools by reviewing and exploring ways in which we can be responsible, respectful, and safe when we use technology. One of the major units of the entire year, every single year, is information tools and skills, in which students learn how to utilize their skills and technology as they conduct research. And students work together and individually to find information that they curate and then engage with and create projects that reflect their knowledge and skills of the content and also technology. There are many ways for students to express their creativity through these projects, as well as demonstrate their understanding of how to be able to use technology in order to find information about topics of interest. Furthermore, there is a lot of instructional technology use that happens in the library. Students learn how to code and program. They learn how to access information in the library, online catalog. We use the library curriculum and projects to be able to learn how to use new skills, like be able to create a video or how to be able to create a presentation. And so the library program supports all of that because I am able to teach them these skills and then they can take them to their classrooms. And finally, although people often think that in the library we only read books, in this presentation you see that we do a variety of different things, not just read books, but exploring literature is still vital to everything that we do. Okay? Being able to bring in guest speakers and conduct fun activities which allow us to explore authors and the themes that are found in literature allow us to reach many students on many different levels. Furthermore, the library program has a vital role in promoting independent reading. We have very high circulation statistics in our building, and the library program is responsible for running the Roadrunner Reading Club. The Roadrunner Reading Club is popular with many families. Over 50% of our students participate in this every single year. As the librarian, it is my job to create a number of interesting incentives in order to get kids engaged in reading. This year, students are collecting badges to put on a ribbon, along with earning prizes along the way as they complete the requirements or levels of the Roadrunner Reading Club. I have received many positive reports from parents about the impact of the program, and I know teachers also encourage students to participate in the program by reminding them that when they do their reading, they can also achieve some prizes. And As the librarian, I'm able to run this program for the entire building. Finally, the library program has a vital role in the Whole Child, Whole WASA strategic long-term plan. One of the most direct ways in which we are contributing to the strategic plan is by supporting achievement goal number 1. And this is just a paraphrase. In this goal, district staff will demonstrate the awareness, flexibility, and commitment to use instructional strategies to increase equity for all students. As a library department, we have decided to focus on ensuring that our collections are providing an equitable educational experience for our students. As a result, we have taken a school library journal course on equity in action and conducting a diversity audit of our collections. We have also spent quite a bit of our professional development time exploring Act 31 and whether we are meeting the requirements of Act 31. And together we are compiling a list of titles that we can add into our collections to ensure that our collections are meeting all of the needs of our students. Furthermore, through this work, we are allowing our teachers and students to have the resources they need in order to meet their specific needs. We are able to provide materials to support all of the people who work in the building to help retain the qualified staff needed to meet the needs of our students. And we are providing a service to the entire community by ensuring that our students are getting an inclusive education in our building for this time. And I encourage you to stop by the Riverview Elementary School Library to see all the fun things we are doing and the different ways in which our program meets the needs of all of our students. Thank you.